The Observer today has run a piece by Rachel Cooke about Andrea Leadsom. And Rachel Cooke asked Andrea Leadsom to give her three benefits of Brexit. It's a question which I've asked many people, and no one has actually able to provide those three benefits to me either. And Andrea Leadsom, it seems, was not able to do so. She was very keen to say how much she wanted to be Prime Minister and how much she wanted to deliver Brexit. Anyway, on her Twitter feed this evening, she said, that's actually not true, is it? We had a friendly conversation and I gave you loads of positives about Brexit. Took the time to explain why I believe we have a brighter future outside the EU. You were brutally clear you don't agree and I told you I respect your view. Ah, well. But she still doesn't tell us what those three benefits were. So if it's so clear, if it's so evident there are benefits about Brexit, please, can somebody tell me what on earth they are? Andrea Leadsom, by the way, I've just checked her her Twitter site, and not only does she give this response to the Observer article, but then immediately below there's a bit about there's a little scene of her on what's her name? Nadine Dorris's show. Of course she's there too. Of course she's there too. I imagine Nadine Dorris is very soon going to run out of guests, but there we are. Am I going to be worried? Not particularly. Andrea Leadsom. I remember crossing swords with Andrea Leadsom, who was my MP at one point, and I was concerned about the government policy towards foreign students and the way foreign students were constantly being caught up in red tape. Why? Because they were a great way to meet the statistics. Attack a few students who were very well documented, of course, interrupt their A-levels or their university career with a technicality, which happened so many times it was absurd. And Andrea Leadsom, I remember going to see her, and I expected her to listen to the information that I had. She didn't give me the time to even get a word in. She hectored me for, I would say, a good 10 minutes, and when she'd finished, that was the end of the interview. And she was surrounded by her gang of advisors. I found it a most extraordinary experience. Anyway, afterwards, I wrote to her and I said, you know, when you have a surgery, the point is to listen to your constituents, not to spend the time telling me what party political plans you've got. And she directed me off to Mrs. May. I'm afraid that wasn't a much better experience, but it is interesting, and it was pretty well the reason that I certainly didn't pursue any form of political career at that time. I thought, should I stand for office? I didn't like what I saw. I didn't like what I saw. If that is political office, I don't want it. And I don't think it's got any better, frankly.